Okay, good morning, guys. Good morning once again. Today we're going to continue our discussion on R and R Studio. But before we do that, let's have some administrative stuff first. Okay, so let me pause the recording first because these are more administrative stuff. Recording. Okay, in modules section of our Canvas in 1.9, I uploaded this file, RMD files and data structures. So let's open that and let's continue our discussion where we left off last time. Okay, how many tabs do you see there in the file? Can you see the screen, guys? Oh, sorry, still in Canvas. Okay, sorry. Okay, can you now see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the one that I shared with you is an R file and there are 4 tabs there. Is it okay, guys? We're able to open that file. There should be 4 tabs. Okay, so let's continue now our discussion. We were working on this R script file last time. I said last time that there's a difference between R script and R markdown. So this one you can generate an R script, but if you're preparing a report or even a book, R markdown is the way to go. It's really very powerful. Okay, so let me share with you. These are some of the basics. I shared with you some materials, guys. There are tons of materials that you can access in the web. Okay, sandali ah. So these are just some references that you may use. Plenty of references, guys. Plenty of references that you can use. Remember, I also showed you I think I showed you, did I? The cheat sheet for R Markdown. Brian, yeah, environment is empty. Okay, my question dito to Brian. Thank you, Brian, for that question. Okay, so the environment, it will reflect those objects that we have created currently in R. So since we just opened the R file, nothing, you will have an empty list here. And once we start creating our objects, then you'll have the listing here. Thank you, Brian, for that question. All right. You don't have to limit yourselves, guys, to this reference. There are many other references that we can use, that you can choose. So, okay, maybe any question? Okay, thank you. All right. So we were working on this last time. Okay, so let's have a quick review. Get WD will give us the working directory. Okay, so it's here. I don't want that to be my working directory, so I'm going to set set working directory my RWD. This is my R working directory. Okay, so I taught you guys how to copy the file location, folder location, and then we said that you have to convert the backward slash into forward slash because R will not accept the forward slash. Question here. Okay, mamaya Johanna after class, I'll check your attendance. Okay, so let me set that, and then again get working directory. So my working directory is now the folder that I choose it to be. Okay, so we also learned how to install packages. Okay, we said that there are two ways to install packages. One is through this code install packages. You can install several packages at one time, or you can install packages here. Okay, packages, uh, and then click the package that you want, and then install it. Okay, or sorry, these are packages that already installed, so you can install and then type the name of the package and then have it installed. Okay, I won't do that now because I have already installed these packages. Then when you install the packages, you install it only once. Okay, and then you cannot use it immediately. You have to access that through the command require or library, or you can click it here. Once it is installed, then it will already appear here in this side, in the packages side. Okay, and then for example, I want to use ggplot2. Okay, it's either I type this one library ggplot2, or I type here ggplot2, and then in that it shows here, and then I just click this. Okay, and it's equivalent to having this code library ggplot2. Okay, clear guys, clear? Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for the immediate feedback. No, kasi I also appreciate you asking questions and seeking clarification. That's very good. I really love that. No? Okay, so sinabi natin guys, you only install once. Okay, thank you. We only install once. Okay, now let's quickly do this. I requested you to run through this, okay, because we have another file that we're going to use today, the RMD file. But before we go here, we'll have some examples of RMD so that you know what to do for your first project. All right, so quickly, let's look at this. R and RStudio is a very powerful, it's a calculator actually, it's a computing tool. So you can do the usual addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, so you can do this. Then it generates, these are separated by semicolons. These are four operations actually, and these are the answers. Okay, individually also, 7 minus 8, that's -1. Okay, so I will not belabor this point. These are very easy mathematical operations. Okay, and then for exponents, for example, it's 8 raised to the ninth. So that's the answer. And then R follows the PEMDAS, the parentheses, exponentiation, and then multiplication, division, and addition, subtraction. So for example, in this operation, R will perform first this one in parentheses, and then inside the parentheses, it will perform the exponentiation here. And then 2 plus 2 times, it will perform then multiplication, and then the last will be addition. Okay, multiplication will be the next one relative to addition because multiplication takes precedence over addition. If you have multiplication and division, whichever comes first, kasi equal naman sila. Okay? So, kunyari meron tayong kung division to, 2 divided by 2, mauuna yung division bago mag-multiplication. Okay, so we can run this, control enter. So that's 130. Okay? And then you have a special numbers like pi. So 2 times pi, okay, we know that pi is approximately 3.14. So that's 6.28 something. Okay. Then run if. What's run if? Okay. Uh, it's useful to ask help from R for specific functions. For example, run if, what's run if? So we can ask our control. See, let's do it here in console. For me, I prefer using asking for help in the console windows. So control enter. And then R will generate here in the help. in the help function, in the help pane, okay, it will give us a description of run if. Okay, so there are different types of run ifs. So here, guys, you can see that this comes from the stats package. Okay, it comes from the stats package. Okay, and these are the functions. Okay, density, probability, quantile, and this is run if. So there are explanations here. Okay, you can look through this one, and then below are examples. No? Kunyari, ito example na to, no, sa baba. Okay, here we're creating an object called u, and then we're assigning u to this function run if 20. Okay, so why don't we try this, guys? Control C, Control V. Okay, what happens if we do this run if? Control Enter. Okay, what do you notice, guys? What does it generate? Do we have the same answers?
Yes,
20,
sir.
20 values. Okay. Pareho ba yung mga answers natin? Yung sa inyo, 0.08 muna? Yeah, correct. Thank you, John Mabel. This, iba sa atin, ano? Kasi mga random numbers to. Okay, these are random numbers between 0 and 1. Okay? Clear, guys? Oh, different tayo. Now, if you want to make it the same, okay, so let's do this. Set that seed and 1, 1, 2, 3. Then run if 10. Let's try this, guys. Let's try this. Set that seed and a certain number 1, 2, 3. And then let's do this run if. Highlight this. Oops. Let's set that seed first. Control Enter. And then run if 10. Oops. Sorry. Run if I misspelled it, 10. Okay, could you try this, guys? So type set.seed 1, 2, 3, and then run if 10. Let's see what happens. Yes, correct. Pareho na, guys, yung ano natin, random numbers. So set.seed makes it possible for us to have the same random numbers. Okay, you can set any number here. For example, if I set.seed 1,000, if you set it also set.seed 1,000, and then run if, say run if 10, we'll have the same random numbers. So that's very powerful, no? Yung set.seed na yan, it makes us generate the same random numbers. So we'll be doing this. Yes, thank you. They're the same. No, we'll be doing this as we go on. No? We're going to generate random numbers, and then we're going to set it. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback, guys. We're going to set it in such a way that we'll assign it a number that it should be the same for all of us, so that when we generate random numbers, it will be the same for all of us, as I said. Okay, so for this one, going back here, it's 7 plus run if 1 means just one number. So if you run this, mine, I got 7.95. So this is the random number that was given to me. You'll have a different answer, guys, no? Because 7 plus a 1 random number. Okay, and then we can have here square root, SQRT, of 4 to the 4th power. Of course, we know that the answer will be a square root of 4 to the 4th. That will be 16. Okay, any questions so far, guys? I'm sorry, guys. You notice that I'm going through this quite quickly because it was part of the assignment, guys. So that we save on time and we're able to cover more materials, I suggest that whenever I give you assignments, please go through it so that we won't be wasting time and we will be able to cover more materials. Okay, then we can perform logarithms, guys. Log log 10. For example, what's the answer to that? There, log 10. So this we're not going to discuss again the principles of logarithms, but if I ask, for example, this question, okay, question log, okay, then it gives us a description of what logarithm is. There's another function that we're going to meet, also the exponential one. This is the number e. Okay, so this line run pi at saka si e. Okay, so this is e, no? That's the number e. So pinsan ni pi yan. These are transcendental numbers. These are irrational numbers. If you recall from your algebra, irrational numbers are numbers that cannot be expressed as a as a as a function a over b. No? Ibig sabihin, non-repeating, non-terminating tong mga numbers na to. E is very much used in finance and economics. So we're going to get the chance to use this. Okay. Pag naglo-log tayo, guys, okay, pag naglo-log tayo, ang base niyan is assumed to be E. If you want base 10, then you will have to use this. Kanina nag-log 10 tayo, di ba? So let's compare here. Log 100. Log 100 uses, default niya, ang base niya is the number E. So let's try that. Log 100, 4.6, no? Pero if you want base 10, alam natin ang answer niyan, 2. Yan. See? Log 100 base 10 is equal to 2. So be careful when using log in R. If you want the base 10, then you should specify log of the number base is equal to 10. But if you don't specify the base, then that means that the base is E. Okay, again, what's E, guys? E is an exponential one. It's a transcendental number, and it's equivalent to 2.718282, and it does not end, no? Non-repeating, non-terminating yan. So sabi nga ng mga mathematicians, you can use bond paper, font 1 if that's possible. I-fill up mo yung bond paper back and forth, and then yung paper niya, it will reach up to the moon and back. Hindi pa tapos yung E or even pi. Kasi that's what a transcendental number or an irrational number is. Non-repeating, non-terminating. Okay, for this one, okay, integer division, what's this? So 39 divided by percent slash percent 5. That's integer division. What does that do? Okay, ano ginagawa niyan? 39 divided by 5 is what? It's 7 point something, di ba? It will drop off the decimal. Ang ibibigay lang niya sa atin yung whole number part. So for example, 40 integer division 5, it will give us exactly 5 kasi eksakto naman talaga yun. No? Yung modulo naman, guys, okay? For example, what's this? What's percent? Ano ginagawa nito? So if we're interested in knowing what that is, we can seek the help of ang ginamit natin help, guys, hindi question mark, no? Bakit hindi question mark? So let me first run this. Question mark, percent. Pwede ba to? Okay, error. No? Kasi hindi naman function to. No? It's a symbol. It's an operator. So gawin natin help. So ito, no? Ito, guys, yung percent divide percent. Okay, naka-explain yan. Okay. So sinasabi dito na yung percent slash percent generates the whole number answer. Okay. Yung isa naman to, 39% percent 5. Okay, what does that give us, guys? What does this give us? Correct. The remainder, no? Kung yung isa, yung percent slash percent, it gives us the integer number. Ito naman, yung remainder ang binibigay sa atin. Okay? All right. Questions so far? Okay, now in the console, may instructions tayo dito, no? If you want to access, for example, okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. If you want to access a function or a command that you used previously, kunyari dito, kunyari gusto kong balikan tong log na to, o itong exponential one, you cannot access that, no? You cannot access that by clicking. Hindi pa pwede. Kailangan, dito ka sa new line and then, ano sabi? So what am I doing, guys? Kita nyo, no? I'm using the up arrow, no? Up arrow to go back to a previous command that I want to reuse. Yan, bumalik siya sa una. And then down arrow to go back. No? So this will give us very convenient if we want to toggle along the different codes that we have used. Okay, clear to? Clear? Okay. So if we want to access again the different codes that we used in the console window, then you use the upward and downward arrow. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, so in our script here, if we're using it here, okay, we can access anywhere, no? Pwede natin balikan. Yan, pwede natin balikan. Kunyari 144/12. Pag our script, I can go back anytime. Sa our console, hindi. Kailangan arrow up or down ka. No? So that's just what this is saying. Okay, now creating objects. Okay, in creating objects in R, we use the assignment operator. Ito, no? Yung less than at saka minus. So let's do this. We're assigning A to be 10 times 6. So if we run this, okay, 10 times 6. So notice, ito yung tinatanong kanina, no? Nagkaroon ng object dito. Yun, si A, no? And the value of A is 60 kasi 10 times 6 yan. Okay? So we're assigning the name A to the product. Sorry for the wrong spelling. Now, notice, hindi kagad linabas dito yung answer, ano? You have to type A again. A, and then lalabas dito sa console yung answer, 60. If you want the answer to be immediately printed dito sa console, then you put your object, this line of code, in parentheses. So tingnan natin ulit yung difference, guys. Itong function na to, itong code na to, assignment operator 10 times 6. When we run this, control enter, notice hindi kagad lumabas dito yung hindi lumabas yung yung answer, no? We had to type again A. Okay, o kaya pwede ring print A. Pwede rin yan, no? Print A. Yan, para lumabas yung answer, no? Okay. But if you want immediately the answer to be printed, we can cover it in parentheses, control enter, automatically generate na kagad yung answer. Okay, clear yan, guys? Clear? Pause muna ako. Clear? Okay, good. All right. So, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for the feedback. Okay, now names are very case sensitive sa R. So si capital A at saka si small letter A, magkaiba yan. So dito, big letter A, 2 plus 6 i-run natin, it will automatically generate the output, di ba? Kasi naka-parenthesis siya. So lumabas dito yung 8. So let me run this again. Okay. Yan, 8 lumabas, no? 8. Now if I run A, magkaiba guys, si small a at saka si big A. Now, for example, I write another code, A is equal to 0, then what will happen? A, then notice guys, record dito yung last value 0 because that's the last one that we run. Yung A natin, hindi na 60. Kanina 60 siya. Ngayon, it's already 0 na siya. So, in-overwrite niya yung initial na A. Okay, so just be cognizant of that, guys. No? If you check the environment window, sabi natin, yung 60 na A kanina, naging 0 na. Okay, some rules about naming objects, hindi pa pwede yung mag-start ng number. For example, 1 object assigned to 3 assigned to 1 object. If we run this, control enter, error siya. No? Hindi kasi pwede mag-start ng number, hindi pwede mag-start ng special characters like exclamation point, minus. Hindi pa pwede yun. This will not run. Pero pwede yung number in text, no? Pwedeng O then 1, pwede yun. But not at the start of the name. Pero yung mga special characters, guys, hindi talaga pwede. You can't use it anywhere in the name. Hindi siya pwede. Exclamation point, at, no? Yung dot pwede. No? My dot object 3 pwede yan. Try natin. Okay, lagay natin ng ano na lang, ng parenthesis. Although andito na siya, di ba? My dot object para immediately i-generate dito sa console. There, 3. Now question, pwede bang dot my object? Can it begin with the special character dot? Let's see what happens. Okay. Saan yun? Dot o yan. So was it possible? Tinanggap ba? Print natin. Let's see what happens. Yan. Pwede, no? Pwedeng dot my object. Okay, pwede yun. Hindi pa pwede yung number at saka yung special character, exclamation point at saka yung minus. Ito, pwede my underscore object 3. Pwede siya. Okay. In fact, meron na siya dito. Let's just check. My underscore object. Ayan na siya. 3. Huh? Or, pwede ba natin unahin yung underscore? My object. Pwede ba yan? Control Enter. Error. Hindi pa pwede. At minus at saka underscore, hindi pa pwedeng sisimula. By the way, guys, have we discussed how to quickly type this? Okay. Bea, thank you for the question. Yung dot my object, okay. Okay, good observation. No? Kasi sabi natin yung dot my object, ito, dot my object, when we generated this, Control Enter. Notice guys, hindi siya lumabas dito, no? So nag-default si R na binasa niya siya as my.object. Thank you for that, Bea. Very good observation, no? Kasi ito yung object natin kanina, .myObject. But when we run this, so this is a quirk in R, nag-run siya, kaso hindi naman siya nag-reflect dito sa sa my.object, no? Dito sa global environment. Okay, let's try to experiment, no? What I'm going to do is, if you want to remove an object, just write rm, no? Remove. So i-remove muna natin si my.object. I-remove natin siya, ha? Remove my.object. So wala na siya dito, di ba? No more my.object. So let's now run yung .myObject. Let's see what happens. Okay. .myObject, no? Pero it does not appear here. So, saan siya napunta? Wala siya sa object dito, di ba? Kasi pag i-remove natin, yes. May question ba? Oo, wala siya no? Okay. Kung tanggalin natin, for example, para hindi mag-create ng confusion, my underscore object. Let's remove this. Yung object na to, ito tanggalin natin. Okay, so wala na, di ba? Yung may object dito, wala na. And then, i-run ulit natin tong dot my object. It still runs, no? 3. But it does not appear here. Okay, now, that one, guys, to be honest, I don't know why, no? So siguro, sige, i-research ko kung bakit itong dot my object does not appear, no? Another trial nga, tingnan natin, dot a dot z. By the way, what's the shortcut, guys, to type the assignment operator? What's the shortcut? Nasabi ko na ba yung shortcut sa inyo? Kasi yung long cut niyan, yan, thank you. Yeah, that's correct. Alt minus, no? Alt minus, so yung shortcut natin sa ano? Alt minus. Let's try this, guys. Dot Z. Yeah, thank you. Sa Mac ba, ano? Thank you, Arman, thank you for Mac option minus, no? For Windows, Alt minus. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so let's see this. Okay, let's put this in, and then let's do point Z. So lumalabas point Z, kaso it does not appear here, no? So that one I have to check, guys. But it states here that last value. If I type Z, let's Alt minus, let's put 1 here, put it in parentheses. Okay, lumalabas pag Z, 1, no? Pero yung dot Z, it doesn't, it performed the operation Z is equal to 10, dot Z is equal to 10, but it does not appear as an object here. Now, I have a suspicion that it's not recognized as an object. Kasi pag inuna natin, pag rina natin dot Z, okay, let's put it in a function, print. Lumalabas yung 10, but I'm not sure why it doesn't appear here. Okay, thank you so much for that question. We're going to resolve that hopefully next meeting. Okay, so there should only be one word, no? Hindi pa pwede yung 2 words. Like for example, my object 5. Okay, hindi siya pwede, no? Si 2 objects to. If we want to use this, kailangan maglagay ka ng pwedeng underscore, my underscore object, just like a while ago, no? Then pwede na siya. All right. Then lastly, guys, if you want to have a list of all the objects that were created, we just run this list, ls. Yan. So ito na yung mga objects natin. A, capital A and Z, which are found here. And then I told you guys, if you want the object to be removed, you can just use this. Okay, so if we remove A and then list it, nawala na nga si A, no? Si A at saka si Z na lang. Okay, guys, clear? Any questions? Okay. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to leave R now, and then we're going to do our studio, RMD. Unfortunately, we were not able to, I forgot to briefly introduce to you what R Markdown is. But you have materials, guys. Kindly make sure that you read it. And in fact, your first assignment, group assignment, will be on R Markdown. Okay, so when you click this R Markdown, so let's say try one, trial one, trial 100. Let's call it trial 100. Then you can create a document. You can even create a presentation. Yes, you can create slides using R Markdown. Shiny, and we'll not discuss this. Okay, and then you have the choice HTML. By the way, later on, if you click from template, you'll have flex. This will create dashboards which we're going to use. Okay, but later on, in the next weeks. For document, you have HTML. PDF, medyo tricky itong PDF, ano, kasi may kailangan ka pang i-install na mic text yan, no? Kung wala ka pang PDF output requires text, mic text on Windows, Mac text, you will have to download this first. Okay, so for now, since hindi nyo pa na-download yan, hindi muna tayo mag-PDF. But if you want to research on that, maganda rin guys kasi yung PDF output. So make sure to surf the net about this and download it in your PC so that you can generate a PDF output. So either HTML or Word, no? So let's first try HTML. Okay? Then what happens is that magkakaroon ng R Markdown dito, no? It's an R Markdown file. Ano yung difference? You notice merong default na this is called the YAML, no? Ang tawag dyan, YAML. Yet another markup language, no? Ito yun. So my title, my author, my output. Okay, and then you have some codes here. Okay, R setup. This is now what we call a code chunk. Sa R Markdown, guys, ang mga codes laging linalagay sa isang chunk. Okay? Unlike sa R script, wala naman time chunk na ginawa sa R script, di ba? Ito lang yung mga codes natin. Sa R Markdown, kailangan nakalagay sa isang chunk. How do we put the chunk, guys? To put the chunk, you go here, insert, then R. Okay? So for example, you want to access library, let's say, yung dati tidyverse, no? Tidyverse. And there's where you write your code library. Okay? If you write it outside the chunk, then it will not run. Okay? So let me delete this first. And then you have this example. Example to, no? R Markdown, okay? After you have completed your R Markdown, we are going to knit it, no? Aayusin siya ni R, and then it will be brought to, let me just show you the process, no? Para klaro sa atin. Ano ba yung nangyayari sa R Markdown? Okay, is this the one? Yan. Okay, this is what happens, guys. So we use R Markdown. When we have completed our document, ininit natin siya. Saan ininit yun? Andito, no? May knit dito. Kita nyo? Ito. Here, knit. Okay? Ininit yan, i-convert yan ni R. Yan, no? Knit to HTML, knit to PDF, or knit to Word. These are our options, no? Okay, hindi muna natin gagamitin itong iba. And then after that, i-convert yun into an MD file, markdown file. So this is happening on nasa back end, no, ng R at saka R Studio. And then gagamitin ni R si Pandoc. This is also a package para i-convert siya into an HTML, etc. No? So quickly let's experiment on this. Gawin natin to. So ano ibig sabihin itong may ibig sabihin yung mga yan, guys, no? Itong hashtag, dalawang hashtag, magkakaroon ng difference yan sa font, no? So, by the way, tingnan natin tools. Asan na yung Nasa tools ba? Wait. Where is that? Plot, session, build, nasa na siya? Help. Ito guys, help, markdown, quick reference. Ay, hindi ito. Okay, markdown, tingnan nyo to guys, no? If you want, quick reference lang to if you want a font, a text to be italics, ito yung ilalagay, no? Either asterisk, ital, yung word, tas asterisk. Ito yung sinasabi ko guys, header 1, header 2, header 3. So may mga number dyan, etc. No? Okay, so here are some tips which you're going to use when you create your document for your project. Okay, so this is another chunk. Okay, cars is a data set that comes with R. So sige nga, i-run natin to guys. Let's run this. Okay. So makikita natin guys na kinuha ni summary will give us the summary statistics, no, of this data set called cars. So it comes with R. Notice na wala naman tayong dinownload na data, di ba? So kasama sa kay R yung data na cars. So hinanap niya yung minimum value, yung first quartile, median, mean, third quartile, maximum. Okay? So these are some things that you need to do guys dun sa project nyo. Okay, kunyari, gagawa kayo ng function. Okay, so let me cross that. Okay, ito naman, another data set, yung pressure, no? It comes with R. Pag i-run natin yan, so lalabas yung plot na yan, no? Okay, so sa project nyo guys, kailangan may plot din kayo. So medyo aralin nyo kung paano mag-plot. Yung mga simpleng plot pa lang naman. Okay, so dito nakalagay echo is equal to false. Ano yung echo is equal to false? Echo is equal to false parameter was added to the code chunk. Tingnan nyo, no? R. Nakita nyo guys, pag chunk, nagsisimula siya lagi sa yung backticks na to, tapos mag-end din siya sa backticks. That's how a chunk looks like. Alam ni R na ano yan, na code yan. So iraran niya yan, no? Pag in-okay natin to. Alright. Now, for example, tapos na tayo guys sa ano natin. Tapos na tayo sa coding natin. No? What we do now is to knit it. So ininit natin yan, knit. And then, so let's first knit it to HTML or knit to Word. Pwede rin. Knit to HTML muna. Okay, so pag tatanungin tayo ni R, saan natin isi-save yung anong yan, yung HTML na yan. Okay, so lalagay natin kunyari, dami ko ng ano. Notice isi-save niya guys sa working directory, ano. So lagay ko lang sample 1. May sample na ba ako dito? Sample 1, sige, sample 1, save. Okay, and notice what happens. Nagra-run siya dito, no? Dito sa console natin, sa R Markdown, ipaprocess niya. Ipaprocess niya yung, yung R Markdown na yan. Okay, and then what happens? See? Output created, lalabas ng HTML file. Ayan, guys. Ito na. No? So this is the output I expect from you guys. In good form, no? Diba? And now it merges, guys, coding and text at the same time. Tingnan nyo to. Linabas niya yung output, oh, di ba? Okay, can you see, guys? Kita nyo? This is now the first sample natin ng R Markdown. Kaya very powerful, guys, ang R Markdown kasi you can write a book with R Markdown. For further details, you can click this, yung R Markdown for other ano. Of course, sa ano nyo, guys, sa output nyo, I'll give more points if you add more let's say elements dun sa R Markdown natin. Okay? So just choose any topic in finance, tapos para mag-represent lang kayo, no? Instead of using PowerPoint, R Markdown ang gagamitin nyo, and then you will convert it into text, into an HTML. Let's try naman knitting in Word. Knit to Word, let's see. Yan, nagrarun na naman siya, no? And then yung thank you Bianca, yung mga yung mga elements, let me show that first. 'Di ba dito sa nyo dito sa natin sa grouping sa ilalim, okay, ito yung mga elements na minimum requirement to guys, minimum requirement. Kailangan, yung sinasabi ko siya additional elements, pwede pa kayo magdagdag dito kasi marami pang pwedeng ilagay sa R Markdown. So you'll just have to read through some materials tapos tingnan nyo kung paano ilalagay. No? So kailangan maglagay din kayo ng example ng equation, guys. Okay, so ito yung mga minimum requirement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But of course, you'll get extra points by adding. Question po, the additional elements po are the ones included sa quick reference. Okay. Yung additional elements are the ones not here. No? Yung sa quick reference, ano lang yun, yung instruction on how, if you want a word to be italicized, if you want a word to be in bold, yun ang gagawin nyo. No? Yun ang makikita natin sa quick reference ito. Instruction siya. Kunyari, gusto mo isang part ng text, gawin mong italics, lalagyan mo ng ng asterisk, then asterisk at the end. Okay, so pwedeng may ordering siya. Okay. Kunyari, may linilist kayo. Okay, so if you want images, ito guys, kailangan may kayo, may either JPEG or PNG file na isasama nyo sa folder. Tapos, doon nyo ilalagay sa working directory yung folder na yon. Okay, tapos, nyo. So, the code is yung exclamation point, then brackets, then what do you want the picture to be, yung text dun sa picture, kung ano yung parang description niya. And then, yung web pala to, no? Meron din kasing images from a picture. So, meron din yon, no? Dito ba? Wala yata dito. So, ito mga tables. Okay, so I hope it's clear guys kung ano yung gusto natin for your first output. Okay, now, so okay na tayo dito, no? Nag-ano na ba? So, saan na yung natin? Ito. Ito na guys, yung Word file. So it was also generated in Word file. Linagay ko trial 100, no? Yan. O, di ba clean siya, no? Clean siya. Tapos andito na yung code. You can just imagine if you were doing this in Word, tapos ika-copy paste mo pa yung code pati yung output, mahirap yon. So R Markdown allows us to combine text and code in one sitting and then generate the output. Okay. Medyo we're running out of time, no? But it's okay. May mga examples ako dito guys, no? Example 1 and example 2. So I leave that to you guys to look at. Kunyari example 1. So nakita natin dito, it's more of like a ano ba to, lecture ba to? Tingnan natin, no? R Markdown. So this is an R Markdown file on the use of R Markdown. R Markdown provides, notice, ano nangyari dito guys? This is header 1, mas malaking level, this is header 2. No? Okay, yung dalawang hashtag na yan. Diba kung may question? Yes, Alexandria. Sino to? Carl? Yes, nasa ano to? Pinost ko yung RMD file, kasama to. Kasama yung example 1 at saka example 2. When you open the file, okay, same question. When you open the file, hindi ba kasama yung example 1 and 2? Yung pinost ko na file? Wala. Okay, sige, ipopost ko to guys. Sorry it should have been there. But anyway, I'm going to post example 1 and example 2. No? So these are just samples. Of course, guys, sa internet, ang dami magsawa kayo sa example ng R Markdown examples, no? Tapos makikita niyo i-download nyo sa R Markdown sa R nyo, R Studio, and then init nyo, no? Minsan nagkaka-error. Kasi kunyari yung mga examples, baka may mga images sila na linagay doon, tapos kailangan makuha nyo yung images. Okay? The best thing is, on your own, try it. Yung simple lang, tapos maglagay kayo ng image. Paano ba maglalagay ng image? Paano ba natin ililink to kunyari sa isang internet site? So may ano din yon, may way to link that, no? Paano tayo maglalagay ng table? Paano tayo maglalagay ng figure? So those tapos kailangan yung text, medyo iba-iba din yung yung may itals, may bolds, may bold, tapos may header 1, header 2, etc. So i-show ko lang tong example na to, no? I'm going to need this now, need to HTML. Hindi ko yata nalagay yung source to. I just got this also from the internet, no? Tapos may mga binago lang ako kasi dun sa internet, may mga ano siya. Ayan, tingnan nyo to guys, oh. Line error, no? This is an example, 62. So titingnan mo yung line 62. Line 62. Yan, ibig sabihin, ito guys, PNG, oh. Ibig sabihin, dun sa code niya, nag-refer siya sa isang object na picture na PNG. Kaso wala ako nito, no? In order for me to run this, dapat babaguhin ko tong ano na to. Babaguhin ko tong code na to. Dapat yung nasa our working directory ko. Tapos dapat ando dun tong image na to, no? So tatanggalin ko na lang to, gagawin kong lalagyan ko lang muna ng ganyan, comment to, di ba? So hindi na niya iraran yan kasi wala akong object na ganito eh. Okay, so let me just knit again. Knit to HTML. So mukhang okay na. O si line 70 din. So tatanggalin ko lang siya guys. Ayan oh, may PNG na naman siya. Lagyan ko lang ng comment para hindi na iraran ni Aryan kasi naka-comment siya. Knit. Si 78 din. Okay. Oh, ang daming example. Kasi may mga images siya eh. Pwede ko itong baguhin guys na yung object na ilalagay ko, yung meron ako. No? We can do that. Knit ulit. Dami yatang objects to napili ko. 118. Okay. May file din dito na wala naman akong file niyon. So let me just, ang gusto ko lang ipakita dito guys, yung example ng output. Sana wala na. 171. Dami para matatapos ito. 171. Okay, lagyan ko ulit ng comment. Okay. Ayan, malapit na. 393. Hindi ko na-check to kanina. 393. So, kino-comment ko na lang muna yung mga, yan, file na naman yan. Ano, wala tayo niyan. Ay, sorry, mali. Knit, dapat knit. Yes, thank you, Jasmine. So when you submit this, guys, kailangan nakasama yung image, no? Kasi checking ko yun eh. Dapat makita ko yung image. Ito na guys, so ito na yung, tingnan nyo to yung R markdown to introduction. Magkaiba yung isang asterisk, isang hashtag lang at saka dalawang hashtag. So this is header 1. Ito yung pinaka main header, ito yung secondary header. Yan. So may mga tables siya dito. Yan. Wala nga lang yung image guys kasi walang images kasi hindi natin nasama, no? And then after this guys, you can publish this for free, no? Mapapublish to, but we'll talk about that later on na lang. Okay. So, pause muna ako guys. I'm sure this is a handful. Ibigay ko rin itong example 2 so that you can practice on this. Another example. But guys, over the internet, ang dami talagang example. So, yung at your disposal are so many help, no? That you can access. Asan na ba dito yung there's supposed to be cheat sheets. Ito pala guys, no? Cheat sheets dito. So you have cheat sheet for our studio, for deploy R. Ito, R markdown cheat sheet. You can also refer to this. I think I posted this also. Kailan natin? Yan. Okay. And guys, cheat sheet, no? So it's a summary of the codes that you can use in our Markdown. Ito yung header 1, no? Kita nyo? Yan. No? So very helpful, ano? Very helpful instruction guide. Pinapakita dito kung ano yung mga laman ng R Markdown. No? Okay, so you can access that. Andun sa R yan, guys. No? Dito ulit, ha? So, tools, help, and then cheat sheets. So, meron tayo dito may dplyr, may ggplot2, etc. May Spark, to R Markdown cheat sheet. Okay. Any questions, guys, so far? So, the sooner you... So, does it mean that we should also give the... Yes, correct. Nasagot ko na to, no? Baka, yes, kailangan ipakita nyo rin. Kasi guys, ang gagawin natin, where are you going to submit this? You're going to submit this and post it into locations. Number 1, dun sa assignment sa sa Canvas natin, because I'm going to give your grades there. Pangalawa, I'm going to create a G folder. Dun yung ipopost so that your work will be available also to your classmates. Parang mag-share kayo ng output. So that ma-access din ng mga classmates nyo para magamit din nila. So it's like you doing one project and then you'll have access to the other projects of your classmates. Okay? Is that okay with you guys? Na i-share natin yung gawa nyo dun sa iba para makita din nila so that we learn from each other. Okay? So remember, this is a team effort dapat to. Group effort and class effort natin. Okay, thank you. All right, so let's start with this one. Okay, yung R Markdown file na binigay ko. Ito, no? So this was created in R Markdown. So from now on, guys, R Markdown na talaga yung gagamitin natin. If you want to learn more about R Markdown, guys, ang daming instructions, ang daming introduction to R Markdown. I have some materials pero hindi ko lang mahanap. Pero if I find it, I'm going to share it with you. Pero guys, magagaling naman kayo mag-ano sa internet, no? So introduction to R Markdown, marami kayong makukuha. Alright, now we're going to look, lesson proper na natin to. Kanina in-introduce ko lang yung R Markdown kasi may first project kayo. So we're going to learn about data classes and data structures. Importante yun, guys, dapat malaman natin kung anong data, what type of data we're working with. So data types and data structure, data classes. So let's first take a look at data classes. By the way, do you have this, guys? You have this file, yung RMD file natin. Okay, thank you. So notice, guys, naka-chunk to, no? Okay, thank you. Naka-chunk chunk yung ano na to. Kasi R Markdown tayo eh. So any code, guys, will be should be written in chunk. Katulad nito, no? So actually hindi naman pala code to, no? So what are the different data classes? So you have numeric, you have integer, you have character, logical, complex, and date. So there are others, pero ang focus lang natin itong mga numeric, guys. This consists of real or decimal numbers, 12.6, or repeating number 3.33333, ganyan. Those are numeric. Another name for that is double siya, no? Double simply meaning decimal, pero ginagamit lang tong double to indicate that it's decimal. Another one is integer. You know what integer is, guys, no? And in R, to indicate that it's in an integer, you write L before that. So let's run this muna 12.6. So lalabas yung 12.6. Notice guys, sa R Markdown, when you run a code, yung output, hindi lumalabas dito sa, it doesn't appear here in the console, no? Nag-appear din siya sa console, I'm sorry. Pero nag-appear din siya under the code chunk. Okay, so 2L, okay, that's 2. This is an integer. Now, you might think that this is a character, hindi. Yung L na capital, ginagamit yan, guys, to indicate that it's an integer. It can be a character data class, a male. It can be logical, okay, true or false. It can be complex, imaginary numbers, 3 plus 2i, or it can be a date, no? Date siya. Okay, explain ko na lang kung bakit 1982 later, no? Okay, so we can assign, ginawa na natin to, no? Let's assign A, for example, to 1. Okay, we have discussed this. Hindi siya mag-automatically mag-print, di ba? Kailangan i-type pa natin yung A, di ba? Okay, saka lang siya mag-print. Ang shortcut natin, guys, kung gusto natin i-generate kagad yung output, put it in parentheses. Yan, automatically generate yan. Okay, let's see the command, no? Type of. What's a type of A? Enter. Yan, double. Anong ibig sabihin ng double, guys? What's the meaning of double? Going back here, it is a numeric, no? Now, take note, wala naman siyang decimal. Diba? 1 has no decimal. Kaso, it will still be read as a new, ang tawag ito? Not an integer, no? It will still be read as a decimal kahit wala siyang decimal. Kasi kung gusto natin ng integer talaga, then in this one, we're creating an object called B, and then B is 3L. The L here indicates that it's an integer. So, enter. So, 3 nga siya. Class ni B, okay, integer. Okay? So, or, sabihin natin, pwedeng type of B. Integer. So, class or type of, they're the same. So, malalaman natin, guys, kung anong anong type. So, meron pa tayong others dito. Let's see. Okay, example pa tayo, ha. Kunyari, C, gawin natin alt minus 3 plus 2i. So we know that, we know that this is imaginary, di ba? Okay, i-generate na kagad natin. Control Enter. So we have here 3 plus 2i, and then class, kunin natin class ni C. Okay, complex number siya, no? Clear so far, guys? Paki-chat kung okay tayo so far. Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Alright, so kunyari, ano naman? Okay, may question ba? Okay, thank you. Alright, so let's do false, no? False. So we know that false, guys, is a logical value. Enter. So false siya. And then let's see, type of. Type. Kita nyo dito, guys, lalabas yung type of, no? So arrow down, arrow down, arrow down. Kung tinatamad kayo mag-type, and then alt, tab, type of, si false. Okay, logical siya. For class. Logical. Alright, tapos tingnan natin ito. itong date. Let's see. Copy natin to. Let's run it. And then class. Create tayo ng object. Class. Oops, it's numeric. Sorry numeric pa siya, no? We have to convert this into a date function. But we'll not do that now. Andito sa ilalim yun, no? So let me skip that. Numeric pa siya. I'll explain. Tricky guys yung dates, no? So we'll have another session for that. Kasi medyo mabusisi guys yung mga dates. As finance people, kailangan natin ng mga dates, lalo na pag nagta-time series analysis na tayo. Alright. Data structures, ano naman data structures? Yung iba't ibang types ng data may be combined to form data structures, such as atomic vectors. What are atomic vectors? What are atomic vectors? Sige, practice natin to. Okay, pag print natin to, no? Kita nyo, pag double asterisk, ano mangyayari guys? Bold siya, di ba? Pag print natin to, pag ninit natin, bold yan. Pag isa lang, okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Arman. Thank you. All right. So pag sinabing atomic vectors, guys, it's a data structure na iisang klase lang yung yung laman, no? So far kasi dito, mga tinignan natin ng mga objects dito, isa lang yung mga laman nila, no? Now you can combine data types in order to generate what we call data structures. So ang data structure, combination lang yan ng mga different elements. Okay, so these are some of the diagnostic functions in R. Ito tinignan natin to, no? Class at saka type of, no? Yung class, may tinatawag tayong high level at saka low level. I will discuss this in greater detail. Mode, kung ano yung mode ng object. Names, kung ano yung mga elements ng object. Length, gaano kahaba ang isang object. Pwede ring two-dimensional. No? Attributes, structure, at saka dimensions. So these are the important functions, guys, when we're dealing with data structures. So let's take a look at several types of data structures. So you have vectors, lists, matrices, arrays, factors, and data frame. Para sa atin, yung data frame is the most important among these. No? So let's start with the first one, yung vectors. Ano ba yung vectors? A vector is a basic data structure in R. Ano laman ng vector? Atomic lang siya. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Only one data type. As distinguished, iba yung list, guys. Yung list kasi, pwedeng iba't ibang type ng data. So, kunyari, may logical ka, may integer ka, may double ka. Pag ganong combination, it's called a list. Pag iisang klase lang, it's called a vector. Okay, let's have some examples. Okay, A1, we create an object called A1, and it's equivalent to 5. Okay, pag rinan natin to, bigyan ko na ng parenthesis dito. Okay, and then we know that the object already exists, diba? A1, dito na siya. Okay, anong type ng data structure itong A1? Okay, it's still a vector, kahit iisa lang laman niya. Vector pa rin yan. Kasi ang vector pwedeng one or more. And it's a numeric vector kasi numeric to. Okay, let's now create an object called nums. And we're concatenating 1.1, 3, at saka negative 5.7. I-combine natin siya. Okay, so let's generate this. So ito yung nums na object, 1.1, 3, at saka negative 5.7. So if we get the class, okay. So nums is a vector. Bakit siya vector, guys? Bakit vector si nums? Ito. Ito si nums daw. Oh. So tatlong objects siya, 1, 2, 3, consisting of 1.13 and then negative 5.7. Why is it a vector, guys? It's a vector because, yes, tama, no? Contains the same type. Pare-pareho lang siya ng numeric. Kaya nga, nung tinanong natin yung class, it's numeric kasi isang klase lang naman siya. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the answers. Good. Salamat, no? You're correct. You're all correct. Okay, so let's generate, let's have some more examples, no? The R norm, guys, ito, this is a function. Run natin to, tapos lalabas dito yan. Oh, wait. Sandali, yung question yata. Let me try, guys. No? Hindi nag-run yung ano. Ayun, sorry. Alimutan ko, guys, na ano pala tayo na, ayan. Kahit yung help. Okay, notice, guys, itong code na to, yung question mark R known, it's actually a code, di ba? Kasi we're asking R to generate some information about R norm. Hindi siya nagra-run, tingnan nyo. Okay, I forgot that we're in R Markdown. Akala ko nasa R script pa lang tayo. Hindi siya magra-run, guys, kasi hindi siya nasa script. So you have to put it under a chunk, no? Code chunk, R norm. Okay. So I'll remove this kasi hindi siya magra-run. Ito dapat siya, no? So this one, ayan. R norm, okay? So this is also generating random numbers. R norm, okay? This is standard normal distribution. Kung ilan yung ilan numbers, tapos ang mean 0, standard deviation is equal to 1. Okay, so these are ways in order to generate, parang yung run if kanina, no? Pero normally distributed yung result. Okay, so remember this, guys, set.seed natin. Sige, mag-set.seed tayo. Anyway, you have it, no? It's equal to 100. Then let's create an object called devs. Ano yung devs yan? Magra-run si R ng normally distributed with mean equal to 0 and standard deviation is equal to 1 na 100 numbers. So pag hindi tayo naglagay ng ng mean at saka standard deviation, automatic 'yon, gagawing standard normal distribution ni R, where pag standard kasi, di ba, the mean is equal to 0 and the standard deviation is equal to 1. Okay? Then view, and then kunin natin yung average, yung mean, yung standard deviation, summary, and then histogram. Okay, so this is a chunk full of codes, no? So let's run this one by one para makita natin yung progress. So first, let's set that seed, and then we'll create an object called devs. It will generate 100 random numbers, okay? Normally distributed with the mean equal to approximately equal to 0 and the standard deviation equal to 1. So set that seed natin 100 and then control enter. Yan. If you take a look at this, guys, pare-pareho tayo yan, 0.502. Tama ba ako, guys? Did we generate the same random numbers? Yes, correct. No? Kasi nag-set that seed tayo. Okay, very good. Yes, thank you. Thank you, guys, for the feedback. Okay, so i-X ko na muna to. Now, asa na si devs natin? Okay, devs. Dito siya, no? Now, if you want devs to appear as a spreadsheet here sa mga tabs, baka may nag-question. Okay, thank you. If we want the object devs to appear as a spreadsheet here in the tabs, yung code dyan is view. No? View devs. So, enter natin to. And makikita natin to nag-generate ng spreadsheet dito, di ba? And it's a one column with 100 100 values. These are random numbers. Okay, standardized values. No? So let's check. Check natin kung mean ba. Kasi ang assumption natin, ang mean yan 0 or approximately 0 and standard deviation is equal to 1. So let's get the standard deviation of the object devs. Take note, devs, guys, is a vector. No? Vector siya of random numbers with mean approximately equal to 0 and standard deviation is equal to 1. So let's get the standard, mean pala muna, mean of devs. So anong mean, guys? Practically 0, no? Practically 0. Approximately 0 siya. And then standard deviation, is it practically 1, guys? Practically 1, guys? Yes? Okay. Okay, good, good. Ay, time na pala. Pagbilis ng oras. Sorry O, tapusin ko lang itong dalawa, guys, no? Sorry, my apologies. I didn't notice the time. 1.01. Tama, no? Tama. Correct. Thank you. So let's, summary, di ba? Ang ginagawa ng summary, it will give you yung summary statistics, ano yung minimum ng data natin, ano yung maximum, ano yung first quartile, ano yung average, ano yung median, yung 50th percentile, and third quartile. So that's what the summary function does. And then it can create a histogram. Yan. So that's the histogram. Diba? Parang normally distributed talaga siya, no? Okay? Wala siyang mga outliers, fat tails. All right. So guys, ano yung class ni devs, guys? Numeric type of devs. Double siya, integer. Length ni devs, guys. Length ng vector natin, 100 kasi elements siya. Ano yung mode niya? Numeric structure. Okay? Ito yung structure niya. Alright, so let me stop there guys. Thank you so much. Now, paki-continue na lang nito, guys, no? Paki-go through this. And then, medyo you need to read on, no? Okay lang, sige, James. I'll check attendance after this. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I'm sorry I exceeded the time. Maraming salamat. I hope you learned something today. Please coordinate with your classmates kasi Wednesday, ang deadline ng submission yan. I'll be creating the folder. I'll inform you where to post it and also the assignment section. Okay? Questions, guys? Questions? Thank you. Clarify po what you mean by code. Sige, if you have no more questions, guys, you may go. Salamat. Yung mga na-late kanina, kindly wait, no? Jomabel, Code Chunks. Okay. Jomabel, madali i-research siya, no? Bibigay ako ng example, no? Sige, ang suggestion ko, i-research mo na lang. Madali lang yan. May ilalagay ka doon na echo is equal to false, eval is equal to false, or echo is equal to false. Madali lang yan. Okay, so sino pa? Okay, yung attendance, sino yung mga na-late kanina, please? Stop recording muna ako.